What if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning? 1 second, the Earth spins beneath your feet. The next, it doesn't. No warning, no slowdown, just an instant halt. In that moment, oceans rise, winds scream, and the very ground betrays you. What would really happen if Earth suddenly stopped spinning? Right now, you don't feel it, but you're moving faster than you've ever imagined. At the equator, Earth's surface spins at about 1,670 kilometers per hour, faster than a bullet from a gun. Even far from the equator, you're still racing eastward at breakneck speed. Now imagine the spin ends. Instantly, you keep moving. So does everything else. Buildings, cars, bridges, and even mountains lurch forward. Glass shatters, steel bends, concrete tears apart. The ground beneath your feet isn't safe anymore. It's a trap that suddenly forgot how to hold you still. It wouldn't just feel like the ground betrayed you. It would feel like the universe itself had slipped out of control. The oceans are not calm pools. They're vast rivers of motion. When Earth halts, the water doesn't. Massive waves taller than skyscrapers race forward, swallowing coastlines in minutes. Picture yourself on a beach. One moment, the horizon is calm. The next, it swells into a towering wall of ocean, glittering with sunlight. It crashes inland with unstoppable force, crushing everything in its path. Entire nations vanish overnight. Island chains are erased. Coastlines redraw themselves in hours. History's most destructive floods would pale in comparison. The planet's geology would never be the same again. Above you, the air is just as restless. Earth's atmosphere rotates with the planet, and if the crust stops, the air doesn't. Winds roar faster than sound, flattening forests and ripping cities to shreds. Even mountains are carved down by endless gales. The very sky becomes a weapon, air itself slamming into you with unimaginable force. The noise is unbearable, a constant deafening roar beyond thunder. The air tears at your clothes, your skin, your breath. For hours, the world is nothing but screaming wind and chaos. Would you fly into space? No. Earth's gravity still holds you. But inertia isn't merciful. Your body, your home, every object is flung forward until something stops it. Survival, in those first moments, would be nearly impossible. Entire cities would collapse, not because of fire or ice, but because motion itself kills. Billions gone in seconds, not over days, not over weeks, seconds. When the chaos calms, Earth itself begins to shift. Normally, the spin makes our planet bulge slightly at the equator. Without it, gravity pulls everything tighter. Oceans drawn toward the poles, drowning northern and southern islands while leaving the equator cracked and barren. Imagine two new super oceans stretching across the poles, with a vast equatorial desert belt dividing them. From space, Earth no longer looks like the blue marble we know. It looks alien, scarred by fire, ice, and deserts where rain may never fall again. But the most terrifying change is the sun. Without spin, one side of Earth faces the sun forever, while the other side sinks into eternal darkness. On the day side, the sun never sets. Crops wither, rivers dry up, oceans boil into clouds of steam. Cities collapse under relentless heat. Imagine walking through the streets where shadows are sharp and frozen in place. Asphalt melts underfoot. The air burns your lungs. Survivors hide underground by day, crawling out at night when the air cools, but the sun is still there, blazing, merciless. On the night side, silence reigns. Oceans freeze into walls of ice. Skies glitter with stars brighter than any telescope could dream of. But they are no comfort. Step outside, and the cold seizes you instantly. Steel shatters like glass. Entire cities become ice tombs, preserved for eternity. Only the twilight zone remains. Imagine standing in a city of dusk, with streets lit by lanterns and skies painted in orange and purple. To the east, a blinding horizon of endless day. To the west, a curtain of eternal black. And you, balanced between them, clinging to survival on the knife edge of twilight. For ancient cultures, this would have felt like prophecy. The Bible tells of Joshua commanding the sun to stand still. The Maya spoke of cosmic ages when the heavens froze. Norse myths warned of endless nights before the end of days. In India, Hindu text describes God pausing the cosmic dance. In Egypt, priests spoke of Ra halting his journey across the sky. Native American legends tell of times when the sun refused to move. If Earth had stopped in their time, priests and rulers would see it as divine judgment. Temples would rise in the twilight. Myths would no longer be stories. They would be survival guides, teaching people how to live between fire and ice. At first, survival seems impossible, but humanity is stubborn. Life in the Twilight Band would be harsh, but not hopeless. Imagine bustling markets and domed cities, trading water harvested from the frozen west for energy gathered from the blazing heat. Farmers grow crops in underground greenhouses, powered by geothermal heat. Children play under skies that never change, their games shaped by the knowledge that one step too far could mean death. Culture shifts. Families gather at dusk to tell stories of the moving earth, tales of a time when the sun rose and set. Music reflects the eternal sunset, haunting melodies of neither night nor day. Religion centers on the sacred balance of twilight, praising the narrow ribbon of life. Explorers dare the fire and ice zones, chasing resources or myths. Some return with treasures, rare minerals, vast ice blocks, exotic energy. Many vanish into extremes, their names whispered in stories told to warn the next generation. Humanity learns to adapt, not by taming Earth, but by respecting its new, unforgiving balance. If worlds at the edge of possibility excite you, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell. We explore cosmic what-ifs every week. Centuries pass. The stopped Earth grows eerily stable, but with no spin. The magnetic field collapses, exposing survivors to deadly cosmic radiation. Humanity builds underground cities, burrowing into mountains and caverns to shield themselves. Over millennia, life changes. Animals in the twilight zone grow enormous eyes, glowing patterns, and sharp senses. Plants adapt to eternal sunset, their leaves shimmering with strange pigments. Humans diverge. Some evolve to handle heat with reflective skin and thinner builds. Others adapt to the cold, stockier with thick hair. Over thousands of years, they might become entirely new species. Fire people and ice people, bound by myth, trading with twilight dwellers who remain between. Civilization flourishes in strange ways. Towering spires collect energy at the edge of the dayside, channeling it to settlements across the habitable strip. Vast tunnels ferry ice blocks from the night side, providing fresh water. Culture evolves, with myths declaring the time of motion as a lost golden age. Songs are sung of the spinning earth when stars shifted and the sun traveled the sky. And perhaps one day, humans leave. They take to the stars, telling alien civilizations of the world that once spun until it didn't. The good news: Earth can't stop spinning. The energy involved is far too immense. Our planet's momentum is locked in for billions of years. But imagining it reveals how fragile our balance really is. Every sunrise, every tide, every season depends on motion we never notice. Without it, the world unravels instantly. And yet, even here, one truth endures: humanity adapts. Against floods, against fire, against darkness, we endure. If this journey into Earth's darkest what-if gripped you, smash like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who loves cosmic possibilities. Earth spins silently, carrying us through the cosmos. That invisible motion gives us mornings and nights, tides and seasons, the heartbeat of our world. Perhaps the greatest wonder isn't what would happen if it stopped, but that it has spun, unbroken for billions of years. Every sunrise is proof of that miracle. Every sunset reminds us of how fragile and how beautiful our moving world truly is. When you look at the horizon tonight, remember, the spin is what makes it possible. And as long as the Earth keeps turning, so does life.